If I could have everybody's attention here in the media center, we are joined now by Aric Almirola, driver of the number 43 Smithville Ford for Richard Petty Motorsports. Just finished up with a big event out on pit road. Aric, can you share a little bit about what that was all about and tell us how that happened?
Yeah, so today in partnership with Smithfield Foods and NASCAR and their diversity internship program, we donated 43,000 pounds of Smithfield protein to Second Harvest Food Bank. So we do that all across the country. It's always special to do that, but it's a little bit more special for me when I get to do it here in Central Florida because I feel like I have the opportunity to give back to people that I once called neighbors. 1 in 5 families are affected by hunger, and so it's a very real situation and it's a very real need. And to have that opportunity to come back and give back to communities and give back to people, especially here in Central Florida, is really special for me. And to have children of my own, like Alex here, and I can't imagine what those families go through that don't know when or where they're going to get their next meal from. So to have that opportunity to come and on behalf of Smithfield donate 43,000 pounds of protein is awesome, and to be able to feed people is a really cool thing, and it's something that I take a lot of pride in, and Smithfield takes a lot of pride in, and I know NASCAR does as well. And so it's been fun to do that stuff all across the country, and I always enjoy it. And this weekend, obviously coming off of a year ago winning, doing that here in Daytona is even more special.
Last year at this racetrack, the switch up to the racing side, you punched your ticket into the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup by driving that 43 car into victory lane. How confident are you that you have a piece to take back to victory lane this year?
Well, I feel good about it. Every time you come to Daytona and Talladega, you kind of feel like you have a 1 in 43 shot of winning, and you have a 1 in 43 shot at ending upside down. So, it could go either way, and that's kind of the way this racing goes. And we brought the same car back. It's obviously had some updates aerodynamically, but we feel good about it. And it's the same car we had at Talladega, I believe, and we ran really good at Talladega and was up front a lot of the race, and I felt good about the way it drafted there, and we'll see. I think having the race under the lights here on a Sunday night is going to be really cool. Having NBC back broadcasting as a partner is going to be really exciting, and I can't wait to get the race started. I know we got some practice left to do here this weekend, but I feel really good about our chances, and I'd love nothing more than to put that 43 car back into victory lane and ride our ticket for the chase again.
Outstanding. We're going to open the floor up to questions. If you can raise your hand, we'll get a wireless mic to you. If you could state your name and affiliation as well. We'll start with Matt and work our way around.
Matt Weaver, About.com. Aric, you're 15th in the points, so you're in that position to where you still can contend for a chase spot either on points or possibly a win. So coming into this race where you're the defending winner, do you go into points protection mode, or are you trying to go out and get that win first?
To be honest with you, we are in a different situation than we were in last year. I think last year at this time we were 23rd in points, and really making the chase on points wasn't a real option for us. So we could be a lot more aggressive and didn't really have anything to lose, where this year we do. So we have to be mindful of that. We certainly can't just throw caution to the wind and just go and be extremely aggressive and just whatever happens. We have to be more methodical about it, and got to take calculated risk for sure. But at the same time, man, here at Daytona, anything can happen. You can be minding your own business and end up in a wreck, not of your doing, or you can be over aggressive and cause a wreck. So I think for us, it's about making it close to the end and then going and racing for it. What we can't do is wreck on lap 5. I mean, that's something that we have to be very mindful and cautious of. But I think when it comes down to it, we got to go race. There's only so much you can play defense before you got to start playing offense too. So we'll go out and we'll try and get us another win, and then we won't have to worry about our point situation.
And a second question, there's been a lot of changeover at RPM. I know you're still working with Trent all year, but on the other team as well, a lot of shuffling pieces. Are you guys satisfied at RPM with how things have gone this year?
I think we've done a lot better job this year at being consistent, at least for the 43 team. I think we've minus a few hiccups here and there, we've consistently been a top 15 race car. Doesn't matter if we go to a short track, a mile-and-a-half track, a super speedway, or even a road course like Sonoma last week. We've been a top 15 car, and we've run in the top 15. So I've been extremely proud of the consistency that we've had this year. We haven't had the sheer speed that we need, and we know that. We're not oblivious to that. And the guys have been working really hard. We took this winter, moved into a shop that's twice the size of the old shop that we were in. We took over hanging all of our own bodies, and a lot more of our quality control is in our hands now. We used to just depend on Roush for everything. They would give us a car, we'd basically assemble it and go race it. Now we have a lot more control in our hands, so it's a lot more up to us. And I think that's made us a lot more consistent race team. We've been able to understand the aero balance about our race cars. We've been able to understand the mechanical issues that we have with our race cars. And so that's made us better. But it's certainly a work in progress to get where we need to be on the speed. Today, can we go race at any racetrack and go race in the top 5 and race for wins? No. But I feel like we're certainly working towards that. We got to consistently run somewhere to be able to kind of set a bar so that we can progress from there. And I feel like we've set our bar around top 15, and that's been a realistic spot for us. We've been able to run 15th, top 15 everywhere. So we got to continue to make those steps and hopefully get our program better so we can consistently run top 10, and then we'll work on consistently running top 5 before we worry about winning races. Yep.
Good. We're going to go to the back and come up to Dwight.
Mark Doe for WYFF out of Greenville, South Carolina. What was it like last year to drive the 43 specifically into victory lane? I mean, you don't drive the 94. I mean, you drive an iconic car.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. And I said that from the beginning of starting at Richard Petty Motorsports in 2012. I said I want to be the guy that gets the 43 car back to victory lane. I knew there had been quite a few drivers between me and John Andretti in 1999 that have drove the car. But I wanted to be the guy that ended the drought and got the 43 car back to victory lane. And so for me, that part was very special. It was really cool to see the gratitude and the excitement on Richard's face when I saw him when I got back to North Carolina after winning down here. So there's been a lot of cool things that have come about because I won down here in the 43 car at Daytona on 4th of July weekend. 30 years to the weekend that Richard won his 200th. So there's a lot of special things, but for me, selfishly, it was just cool that I won my first Cup race. But besides the fact that it was the number 43 and all those things, the fact that I won my first Cup race and I did it right here in Daytona, a place that's really special to me growing up in Tampa, Florida, I couldn't have scripted it any better. And now we've got one win out of the way, and we got a lot more to go, hopefully.
Go to Dwight.
Dwight from racetake.com. Aric, if you took a photo of that billboard out on I-95 with your face on it, would you consider that the ultimate selfie? And as far as that billboard goes, what does that mean to you growing up in Florida to see your face on a billboard on I-95?
Well, to be honest with you, I haven't seen it in person yet. I saw the renderings of it that they were getting ready to put it out, but it's neat. When I was a kid and I dreamed about racing, I just wanted to drive race cars because that's what I love to do. I never really thought about the fame or the stardom that came with it. I never really thought that my face would be plastered on a billboard on the side of I-95. I just wanted to drive race cars, and that's all I ever wanted to do. And so the fact that all that comes along with it, that's great. But I'm still not overly eager to be famous or be a superstar. I just want to drive race cars and I want to win races, and I'm a fierce competitor. And so having a billboard on the side of I-95, that's just kind of a bonus, I guess.
Go next to Chris.
Chris.catchfans.com. Aric, you're back in an Xfinity car this weekend.
Yep.
How much has that been beneficial for you this year, and can it add any extra incentive for Sunday?
Yeah, I think especially at a place like here, at Daytona, in Talladega. When we come here for February, we do a lot of single car runs. We're in the race car a lot. And so you have a week and a half to kind of sit down. We kind of have a week and a half to kind of work the nerves out, and you race the duels and you do all that. So by the time the Daytona 500 comes, you're ready to race. On all these other weekends, you kind of get amped up and excited about the race on Sunday. And so for me to race the Xfinity races, it really helps to kind of understand what the racetrack did from the time we got off the racetrack in happy hour with the Cup car, and then how the racetrack changed throughout the Xfinity race. Otherwise, you just kind of guess at it. Obviously the other teams have Xfinity cars on the racetrack, so they can go and talk to their teams and understand how the racetrack changed and get better prepared for the race on Sunday. But we don't have that luxury. So to have this partnership with Biaggi Dinbesti Racing and be able to run on Saturdays is really a great opportunity for me to understand how the racetrack changes, but also to kind of get a race under my belt. And then it helps you sleep better at night because you kind of get wore out from racing, and it helps you not be so amped up about racing because you just got done with a race. So it's really calming, actually, for me for Saturday night to be able to race the Xfinity car, and I always enjoy it. They have good equipment. It's not the best equipment, but it's really good equipment, and it's a lot of fun to race their car. And we've had some really close chances to win races here at Daytona in February. We were third crossing the white flag and ended up cutting a tire down. Talladega, we ran in the top three pretty much the entire race. So we've had a really good super speedway car with them, and their mile and a half program and intermediate program has been getting better and better too. But to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter to me if I get in that car and I win or if I run 10th. I think it helps me dramatically for Sunday's race. Drastically, dramatically, whatever.
Well, Aric, really appreciate you coming in and joining us today. Good luck this weekend, and thanks again for all your help with Smithfield.
Thank you, guys.